warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to my video. So, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Mikal Fatih Dewantara. I am from Bina Sarana Informatika University, and I'm here to present you the material of computer and hardware. I did this to fulfill the English course mid-semester assignment. So, without any other word, let's start the material. So, first of all, computer. What is a computer? Did anyone know here that what is the definition of a computer? So, as you can see, a computer is an electric device designed to process data quickly and accurately. With its complex functions, computers are able to process data in information and store data with its own mechanic. In simple terms, a computer is a machine that can receive input and process it with a certain logic and provide the output. It's a multitasking tool that helps us in our everyday lives. So before we go to the next material, we need to know the history of the computer. So the computer began when a scientist named Charles Babbage, who in 1822 designed the analytical engine. The further development, especially in the 1940s, resulted in the first digital computers called ENIAC. Since then, computers have continued to develop through various generations, utilizing vacuum tubes, transistors, integrated circuits, and always updating in every year. It is always a new development every year for the computer itself. So, experts define a computer as an electronic device that can perform a various function, from mathematical calculation to data processing. And here we have the main components to make up a computer that can work. The first thing that we really need is a CPU, because CPU is also known as the brain of the computer. It helps the computer think. Its main job is to process data for computer itself. The next one is a memory, or RAM, also known as random access memory. It stores data temporarily while the computer is running, and it's affecting the speed and the performance of the computer, so it's really crucial. The next one, we have the internal storage, such as hard disk or SSD that store long-term data in our computer. And number 4, it of course input devices. Input device such as keyboard or mouse, it helps us as a user to connect and interact with the computer, because if we didn't have keyboard, we cannot write in the computer, right? And the next one is output device. Of course, it's a crucial thing for the computer, because if we only have the other 4 but we don't have the output, for example, we don't have the monitor, then where we should looking at? We have another 4 but there is no monitor, we can't do it. Okay, the next one, we have hardware versus software. So hardware are the physical components of the computer that can be seen, touched. For example, we have the monitor, the keyboard, the mouse, the PC, the motherboard, and etc. Meanwhile, the other one, software, is a program application that control the hardware. The software include an operating system. For example, we have Windows and Mac OS. So, to run software, we need hardware, but to control hardware, we need software. So, both of them is really important for the computer. Okay, next. So, the next one, we have the computer types. There is so many kind of computer in this world. The computer have many different types and size and designed for different purpose. For example, here we have the personal computer, also known as PC, is used for individual needs such as playing games, doing work, and any other thing. The next one is Macintosh or Mac, a computer made by Apple that run the macOS operating system. The next one is a desktop computer, a computer that designed for use in one location such as an office or home. So it's only for office or home. We can take that anywhere. We cannot take that anywhere. The next one is a laptop. A laptop is a portable computer that is easy to carry anywhere, and we use that in our daily life. For example, right now I'm using a laptop to show my presentation here, and it's really helped me. The next one, we have a function and the benefits of a computer. Computer, of course, have many important functions in our daily life. It's really help us in our daily life, right? Because I can imagine this world without a computer, it will be so hard. The first one, of course, data processing. We can process data easily. We can get data easily from anywhere, anytime, because computer provide us that the computer can process it really easy, and it really help us. The next one, of course, the communication. With the internet, computer allow us to connect with anyone around the world. So for example, I can make friend with someone from Japan, someone from America, and any other country, not just from Indonesia. And the next one, of course, data storage. Computer can store large amount of data safely and easily accessed, because in computer we have a storage. It can store our data like our homework, our photo and video, and our proposal, and any other kind of data that important for us. The next one, of course, graphic and multimedia processing. Computers enable the creation of multimedia content such as graphic design, video, and animation. It can provide us something that really good. Like we have a good animation because we have a computer. If we didn't have a computer, we're not gonna see an animation or something like that. And the next one, we have modeling and simulation. For example, a scientist use a computer to simulate our daily life in Mars, because for now we cannot send someone to go to Mars and do a daily life in there, because it's not possible now. I don't know, in the future maybe it's possible. So yeah, modeling and simulation, it really helped the scientists to provide the simulation what is gonna happen if humankind life in the Mars and something like that. Isn't that cool? For me, it's really cool. It's really helpful. Yeah, and here we are. The next material here is hardware. As I said before, hardware is a part of the computer that can be seen and can be touched. We can feel it. And hardware have a physical appearance, so we can touch it. So, hardware in a computer act as a tool for executing various processes of the software. And it controlled by the software. Hardware includes various components ranging from input device, output device, and any other devices. So, hardware is divided into different types, and we gonna learn it in the next few minutes. So before we learn about the hardware type, we must learn the function of the hardware. What is the function? Well, I have it here, and it's really simple, but it's important for the computer. So the first one, of course, we have the data processing. The CPU is responsible for processing raw data provided by the user into useful information for us. The next one, data storage. As I mentioned before, the computer can store data, and it's stored in the RAM, random access memory. And random access memory is included as hardware because it have a physical appearance. So here we have the example is solid state drive, or we also known as SSD, are used to store data in various form. The next one, user interaction. Hardware such as keyboard, mouse, and touchscreen facilitate interaction between users and computer system. So, without all of them, without all the input devices, we cannot interact with the computer. For example, we didn't have the mouse. How did we gonna move the pointer, right? The next one is providing output. Hardware such as monitor and printers allow digital data to transform into an output for us that can help us in our daily lives. Okay, the next material is hardware type. So yeah, this is what I mentioned before. Hardware divided into different types, and here we have three types of hardware. The first one is input device. Input device are hardware that allow user to give comments or data into the computer. So it works as a sender for the computer to get the data from us. For example, we write our names in the keyboard and it transfers the data into the computer. And it show our name. Okay, the next one is output device. Output device display the result of data processing. For example, the monitor. The monitor show us what it's inside of the computer application. Like if we open Microsoft Word, imagine if we didn't have a monitor, we can see nothing. And the next one, the storage device. This hardware function to store data in a various form. Okay, next. Hardware components. First one, we have Central Processing Unit, also known as the CPU. The CPU is often referred as the brain of the computer. Its function, it includes executing instruction, doing math, multitasking process, and processing data. The CPU speed is measured in gigahertz, which indicate the number of the instructions that can be executed and processed per second. And the next one, we have the memory, RAM and storage. Memory function as flash to store data and instruction for computers or other electronic device. Even our phone have a memory that can store our data there. And the memory in this hardware divided into two: the random access memory, also known as RAM, for the temporary data, and read-only memory is for the permanent data and information needed for data processing. Okay, next, hardware components. Here we have the example of the input device. We have keyboard and mouse. So the keyboard show that the main function of the keyboard is as an input to enter data, commands, and information into a computer or other digital device. The keyboard also plays a role in navigation, system control, or a shortcut and quick commands. The next one, mouse. The main function of the mouse is pointing the pointer that allow users to interact with the graphical interface on the computer. By moving the mouse over the surface, users can control the pointer where the user where you wanna go, as well as execute various commands such as clicking, double click, and drag and drop the element that pointed. Okay, next. Okay, the next hardware components, we have a microphone. So the main function of a microphone is to convert sound wave into electrical signal. These electrical signals can then be processed, amplified, recorded, and transmitted and stored into the computer as a recording. For example, we can sing a song, we can record our voice, and it's stored in the computer with the microphone. So microphone is called as the input devices. And the next one, we have the motherboard. So the motherboard is a vital component of the computer that function as a central connection and coordination between any other components in the computer, inside the computer. The motherboard provides the space and path for components such as CPU, RAM, card graphic, power supply, and any other hardware to connect and interact with each other. So, if we didn't have the motherboard, the computer cannot run. So, yeah, the motherboard is important for the computer. Okay, everyone, thank you for watching the video. Okay, I guess the material is ended here. So thank you everyone for watching my video, and I'm sorry if I said something wrong. You can correct me in the comment, and see you in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.